Hey y'all, what's up? What's going on? Welcome back to my channel. So today I've been heard that Bad Girls Club is coming back, but it's not actually Bad Girls Club. It's actually called Baddies Atlanta, because branding and stuff, you can't really use an old name. Like, yeah, you probably get sued or something. So I see that some of the executive producers, when I was looking at the credits, is Princess Love, Ray J, and I'm assuming that also Natalie is one of the executive producers, because I did hear Christina say it at some point. I don't remember seeing her name in the credits, or maybe I just didn't really notice it. But yeah, y'all, crazy. But yeah, this was one of my favorite shows back in the days. Like, this is bringing back some past moments, some good moments too. I mean, this was like when TV, you could really show like the fighting and all that stuff. Like, but then after a while, they started censoring a lot and cutting a lot of the parts out and putting those flashes to kind of not really show the whole thing, but give you a little bit of the excitement. Y'all remember that? So let's go ahead. Let's talk about it. If you guys are interested, then I'll keep it coming. If you guys don't really watch this like that, then I may end up cutting these reviews. But we'll see. Depending on how you guys kind of take it is how we'll continue. Don't forget to also check out my catfish reviews that come out on, I believe, isn't that Tuesday? I don't remember the day. It's either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. But yeah. And that's when you can look for it on my channel here. And also make sure you subscribe so you actually are able to see it. So yeah, it's been way too long, y'all. But we have Natalie, we have Sarah with the booty, we have Judy. Judy. We got the voodoo for you bitches. We have Seven. She's a pretty girl, but I remember she was laying them blows, honey. We got Christina from New Jersey. I remember her. Not as much as some of the other girls, but I do remember her for sure. Oh, I had a little burp come up there. Sorry, y'all. And we have Janelle. She's from Texas. I remember her face, but I don't really remember how she was on the show, to be honest. But I did have to look her up, and it says she was a replacement for Sarah. But yeah, she pretty much, I don't remember. Sidney Star, she was a replacement, I guess, at some point, but I don't really remember her in the shows as well. But of course, I do remember her from Love and Hip Hop. That's where I'm familiar with her. And to be honest, she was really annoying on Love and Hip Hop and just kind of seemed like an opportunist, and she didn't really have a lot of talent. That was my thing with her. But yeah, like I said, she was a replacement. And then we have Tanisha the DIVA. That is my boo. She was definitely a breakout star. I believe she was like season 2 or something like that. And I feel like she did a lot of things, a lot of positive things. And she was the host. And I feel like she tries to empower people. But, definitely don't try her, because at the end of the day, she still got it in her system. BK all day, even though I'm from the Bronx. But, and island girl vibes as well. I think she said her family's from Grenada or somewhere. I forget. But, island things. So now Natalie, like I said, she seemed like she's kind of like in charge or whatever. She's the HBIC. She always want to run things anyway, so we definitely see that with this. Judy, she comes to find out that she has to share a room with Sidney, but the crazy thing is that the two of them have some kind of beef, because Sidney's holding some like crazy resentment towards Judy, and it's something that they kind of talk about it a little bit later in the show. So Tanisha, she ended up coming, like, I guess last minute or whatever. She actually wasn't really trying to do it. And I remember, because I don't follow any of them except Tanisha, because I don't follow that many people on social media or celebrities. But I usually like just find out stuff through like TMZ, not even TMZ. What's the other one? The Shade Room. But I do follow her. I've actually spoken to her a few times as well, because she does write back. But I remember she was talking about the beef that she had, because Natalie had wanted her to come on the show, but she wasn't really interested initially. So I guess they had to kind of pull out some stunts in order to have her come through, which for one is she has her own spot. She ain't staying with everybody else. And that was one of her stipulations. So Seven did come to see her, And that's how he was able to find that out. And so they all had like a photo shoot or whatever. And Sidney had to start. I'm like, what is up with you? All of a sudden, she starts talking about how she don't think that Judy has makeup on or has her makeup done. And then Judy with the messed up comeback. I mean, I think I see both of their sides, but I do feel like, Judy took it to a whole nother level because she was like, you don't even need makeup, you're a man. I was like, ooh, that's tough. But I feel like she kind of asked for it because why are you poking at her for? She didn't even say anything to you. She didn't do anything to you. And you're coming for her and you expect her to just sit down and just, I guess, shut up. Or you was pretty much poking the beast and you just wanted something to arise out of it because you want to start stirring up some trouble. So you got what you was asking for. So even though, yeah, it was a low blow, I feel like you asked for it. You know what I mean? Like you starting with somebody who's not even, you coming for somebody who's not even coming for you. You know what I mean? So Sidney said that Judy, a long time ago, she told the casting directors or the producers not to cast her. That's why she was only able to be like a replacement. And I'm like, so you held on to that for all those years? She was like, oh, we was besties. Well, she didn't say besties, but she was like, we was good friends in Chi-Town. And we used to get drunk together, like OD drunk. Like I used to drink and drive. I'm like, so you admitted to crimes on TV. I see what you're doing. Okay, keep on going. The feds is watching. But yeah, I'm just like, and Judy's like, she ain't do that. She was like, I ain't even have any clout around that time. She was like, I came on season 7. You came on, season 9? Like, nobody even really knew me like that. So, I don't know. But for some reason, she was really holding on to that for that whole entire time. And she was just being a whole circus, a whole big ass clown when she was like giving the story. And it's like nobody really cared that much, But she was just taking it to heart. I mean, I understand if that's your friend and somebody, you feel like somebody betrayed you, like, okay, but if, I don't know, for me, it's like, all right, I'm going to say my piece, and then I'm going to leave it alone, and you dead to me. Like, we don't never need to talk again. And you cannot stick me in a room with my enemy and expect everything to be all cool. Like, I would dead move out and go into somebody else's room if I need to. And didn't some of the bad girls do that at some point? I feel like somebody had took out somebody's mattress or something. I remember they had a lot going on. But anyway, so that's how I would have handled that situation. And Judy, she's my bitch for life. But, well, in my head, not really though, because she don't even remember me, I'm pretty sure. But I remember back in the days when I used to be a club promoter, I remember like she was in like a little VIP section at one of these clubs that I used to be at. And she's the one who put me on to Ciroc. And ever since then, that has been like my drink, like peach Ciroc with everything. I don't even like the regular one. Sometimes I'll do the coconut, but she put me on to that. So I could definitely shout out to her for that. I got like one picture with her too, with me and my cousin and her. And we Pisces, so got the voodoo for you. I remember her ex actually follows me on social media as well. But I don't think they talk. They was real toxic, but that happens. Anyway, so they end up doing the photo shoots. Tanisha, she came through looking like she was ready for a funeral. It was crazy. But she was like, she don't know if she needs to bury a bitch, so she was ready for anything. But it seemed like the theme in general was black for everybody except Natalie Nunn had to do black and white, like, I guess so she could really stand out. But they were pretty cordial when Tanisha came in. Everything went as planned. Sarah, she was complaining about being last. She's like, why do I always got to be last? And 7 was like, but I offered to let you go before me, and you said something about it was Black History Month. I'm like, what? Oh my God, please don't pull the minority because you're the only white one. Well, I think Christina might be white, or is she Italian? I'm not sure. She kind of has that, like, swag. I think they said she's from New Jersey, but she has that, like, to me, she has, like, that Italian or Staten Island type of vibe. Like, she's giving me Real Housewives of, like, Atlanta. But I don't know. I never really looked her up, and I don't remember if she was Italian or not. Maybe some of you guys know if you follow her or something. But Yeah, Sarah was just complaining. I'm like, yo, what's up? So Tanisha tells Natalie that, after the photo shoot, she tells her, like, yo, we still have beef. Don't think that it's over. I'm a real ass bitch and I'm going to let you know. So she was like, she's not the type to be kissing her ass, but that's what everybody that's around her does. That's why she feels like she's above people. That's why she feels like she could do whatever she wants, but she's not about to do that. And she kept it, she was like, yo, let me see. Sorry, my little alarm came on. So let me see. Back to where I was at. So yeah, Tanisha, she was like that. Tanisha told her, like, yo, this is the thing about you. Like, you always have different energy every time I see you. So, and, they both seemed like they were really close. And I'm pretty sure they were because they knew each other for so long. But, I don't know. Natalie is a little flaky. She's somebody to me that you can't fully trust. Because if something's going to do better for her, she's going to go with it regardless of how you feel. Tanisha, she seems a little more caring, but she's also real. So that's where the two of them tend to clash from what I see. But I don't know. They were saying how they just going to make sure they pull it together because I guess, like the girls are going to fall apart if they don't have like a leader. And Natalie's supposed to be the leader and Tanisha's like a leader as well. So kind of like role models for them. So that's how that was going down. But it seems like it actually did affect Natalie somewhat because we seen her like kind of tear up after it. And you could tell that now this is an older, more mature version of Natalie because I don't remember, and I could be wrong, but I don't remember ever seeing her really like cry on the show except if she was on like Marriage Boot Camp or, one of those other side shows, but never on like a Bad Girls type of show where you're supposed to be a baddie. Like, you're not supposed to be like vulnerable and stuff like that. You don't want people to see your weakness, your soft side, and none of that stuff. You don't want to wear your heart on your sleeve. So, yeah, that's how that was going. So Janelle, she arrives the next day. She was upset because she didn't have her luggage. And Natalie had revealed to Sarah that she was actually getting her makeup done, but she wasn't letting anybody else get their makeup done, like just little touch-ups here and there. But she was going to let Janelle get her makeup done because of the whole situation with her luggage. She felt bad. The thing that we did find out later is that Natalie was actually paying to get her makeup done, and she was paying for the touch-ups for everybody else. So maybe that's like $50 or something. Like, it's probably not expensive. But as far as everybody else getting their makeup done, she wasn't with it. Sarah says she didn't really care like that because she does her hair and makeup anyway. But some of the other girls, they probably want that. And for example, Christina, she was tight because she said she tried to talk to the makeup artist, or I guess use some of his makeup or something. He wasn't with it. And once again, I'm seeing both sides. I see how he's like, all right, you got to pay me because at the end of the day, this is a business. And I guess she got a service done and she took a while to pay. So that was a problem. But Christina's like, yo, at the end of the day, you getting your whole hair and makeup and everything. You got your glam squad here. But what about us? You're supposed to be the executive producer. You should make sure everybody's good, not just you. So it is kind of like she's putting herself on a pedestal and everybody else is kind of like has to be below her. It's like, nah, y'all didn't make it here yet. So touch-ups only. Do your thing. Then they'll dust you. They'll put the magic wand real quick and see what they can do to finish you up, or they'll blend it in for you, but you got to do your own. So Christina was making a whole big deal about it because she was saying that the guy lied and calling him out his name and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I don't like to have to, if I do something for somebody, or for example, if I lend somebody money, I don't want to have to ask you for the money that I lent you. I expect you to come and be like, oh, here you go. This was from the other day. Boom, boom, boom. Or you tell me a day that you're going to pay me back. I expect it to be in my Cash App or my Zelle. I don't expect to have to be, no, so, are you still what happened to yesterday? Like, I might give you a day or a couple of hours when I see it's getting late. I'm like, so what happened? You know, but I shouldn't have to do that. So I feel like that's probably what the makeup artist is kind of putting out there, you know? So finally, Christina and Natalie, Natalie went to her room supposedly to make it a little bit better and kind of tell her, you know, about everything and tell her how she really was, like, just to kind of clear the air. But unfortunately, that kind of went left because when she went, Christina was still fired up. She wasn't really trying to hear it. She's not about to get punked by Natalie, and Natalie's not going to talk to her any type of way. Like, she's very fiery. So Christina was just like, so you just barge in my room like that? You don't knock or anything? She's like, I didn't just barge in. She's like, I always knock. And then I think she said to, I forgot who was there, but she said, like, you know, you're my friend. Do I barge in your room? No, I don't barge in anyone's room. So Christina was like, but you've done it many times. She was like, even in the Bad Girls Club, you used to barge into people's rooms. She was like, they didn't even have doors. She was like, exactly my point. You barged in. I'm like, yo, this conversation is so dumb, but she's kind of proving a point that she barged in. And she said that was the second time that she did it. So instead of, and I do understand, like, if there's a door, you never know what somebody's doing. Like, give them a moment to get themselves together, or say if they actually want you to come in or whatever. So from that, you know, she was already fired up, and then it was just all in each other's faces, and, you know, just kind of like, and once you into my space, like, I can't have anybody, like, right here. Something is gonna go down. So I try not to get to the point where I'm upset like that, because I have a very bad temper. So I try to stay happy as much as possible. But, you know, with that close proximity, it's nothing but chaos that's going to come out of it. And that's exactly what happened. So they was going back and forth, and Christina ends up hitting her. It didn't even look like a hard hit. And then boom, 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 they start fighting. And I'm like, yo, homegirl said that she paid $250 to get her hair and makeup done. And there goes that $250 down the drain, because the hair was literally pulled off her head. And I'm pretty sure they're going to have to recurl it. They're going to have to re-adhere it. And probably touch up her makeup again. So I'm like, dang, that sucks. Sucks to be you. Or maybe because the makeup artist sucks up to her. And most likely, you know, her hair person doesn't want to lose their job. They'll probably do it for free just because. But yeah. So, yeah, day 1, and they're already fighting. So, and from what I've seen in the comment attractions, it looks like Tanisha's going to be, like, a little disappointed in her, because it's like, dude, you're supposed to be the leader. You're over here fighting with the girls. Like, what are you leading? You know, leading destruction? What's up with that? So it looks like it's definitely going to be spicy, you know, like the Bad Girls Club that we're used to. But, you know, I don't know if you could even refer the Bad Girls Club. But, yeah, they did say it a few times. Baddies ATL, we here. Alright, guys, let me know what you thought about this episode, and we will see if we will continue next Sunday. Laters.